What's going on, guys?
Hey, hey,
Sunday
hey.
Night Live, and Ruth is still away, and she's at her childhood room.
I am in my childhood home. It's kind of surreal here, looking
Yep.
at all the pictures because my mother saves everything. So she has everything. Okay, so we're going to wait a couple of minutes. Hey, hi. Welcome, welcome, Charlie Grace. Thank you for being
How
here,
you
our first
doing?
person. Yes, I am in my childhood room, except it didn't look like the almost identical, but I'll show you guys a picture. This is kind of funny. Hold on.
Oh boy.
That is my Navy picture right there. And those are my girls. So yeah, yeah.
Harvey with Jazz. Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Hey there. Hey there. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Sir
Rescue
Rich.
residents. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming on. We're gonna give it a few more to have some more people on. Sir Rich, how you doing, my brother? Hope everything's good. So yeah, we got a good show for you today.
Definitely. Welcome, Rescue Residents. Thank you for being here.
Lesson Adventures. Que pasó? How you doing? Thanks for coming
Welcome,
on.
welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yes, yes. Thank you for being here, guys. We have this is we're really excited. We are really excited about this series. So you want to go full time, now what? We have some amazing people that are coming on. We have an awesome guest tonight. Plus we have our next couple 3 or 4 episodes are awesome. We have someone who helps people find remote jobs. We have an RV mechanic. We have a little bit of everything. We
Yep.
we
So we got
want
more coming up. Amp to Glamp. How you guys doing?
welcome, guys. Welcome. We wanted to
Rolling with J and A. How you doing? Thanks for coming on. Oh, and by the way, and I'll mention this again. Make sure right after this live, you go right to Amp to Glamp
yes,
as
they're
they
gonna
have their live coming up right after ours.
and anybody else who has a live tonight, just let us know in the comments. And if you want, most of the people on here will have a channel. Go check out their channel. All our friends are cool and they have great channels. Everybody brings you a little bit of something a little bit different. So I'm sure you'll love all their channels. We love all their channels. So this series that we brought, we're bringing you here. We just want to, if you're thinking about, if anyone who comes and watch the replay is thinking about going full-time RV, if you're just a weekender or some timer or season, no, and you're thinking about going full-time, we want to try to help the transition as easy as possible because when we did it, we didn't watch anything like this, and we
Yeah, we
had
were late. We
to
were a little bit late to the game, so there was a lot of things that we learned by
definitely,
what we've
definitely
done. But
by
but if
trial
we
and
can help
error.
other people, then makes it better.
And
Uh, Keisha M Jones, hello.
hey,
How are
hey,
you?
welcome, welcome, Keisha. And I'm also working on I'm going to post in the community, or if you want, some of the notes from the research that I do from some of the stuff that we go over. Please let me know. I will email it to you because we're throughout this series we're doing a deep dive, like what kind of RV, and by all means, we are no professionals and we don't claim to be. We are just trying to bring um, the professionals to you so that they can help you decide whatever's the easiest way
Yep.
to do that.
So one thing I want to mention, we have our 25 days of Vlogmas coming up December 1st. I know we still got a little bit of ways to go, but just wanted to mention it again because it's gonna happen again this year. We're gonna do the craziness again. We're gonna do giveaways every night. We have some sponsors this year. Um, we have StreamYard, which Puddles, which is StreamYard, the service
Yes, yes.
we use. They're gonna give us some stuff amongst with some other people that for certain items that you guys can win. So
So
make
it is going to be fun. And you guys know last year, our 25 days of Vlogmas was fun. This year, it's going to be even funner.
Yep, Ruth's gonna get crazier with the hats and whatever. But I don't know. She's still over there. So I don't know if she's coming home, but
No, I am. I am. I am. Let's say hi to a couple more people before we bring our guest on. Naomi Lockhart. Hey, y'all.
hanging
Welcome.
with the Chapmans. How you doing?
Welcome, hanging with the Chapmans. Thank you for
Naomi, how you
being.
doing? Tell Fred I said what's up.
Okay, so you want to bring our guest on?
Yeah, just let's I want to do, what else do we have to cover here?
I will be having a live tomorrow to update on the camp over. So if any of you guys are coming to the camp over, I'm gonna have an update on it tomorrow live on Facebook in the group.
What
So
time?
it is at 8:30 tomorrow. I had to
Okay.
change that date because I'm over here, and it was hard for Tina and I to come live together, and so we will be coming live tomorrow. So join the group if you haven't joined it. The RV Life with Adrian and Ruth camp over. And I'm going to be going live in that group tomorrow. Or join it, even if you're not coming to the camp over. It's okay. Join our group anyway. We love to share.
So
have fun.
Also, if you guys want to sign up for StreamYard, I am an affiliate of them. So there's a link below. You get 2 weeks free. And of course, if you have any questions about it, you can always reach out to me and I can walk you through the process of how it's done, how to set it up. Once you set it up, it's pretty easy to just do it. So if you guys need help, I'm here to help, as you guys know. And links down below. All right.
And
So let's
guys,
see.
don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It helps us a lot. And we appreciate you guys for being here. And
Please
we
do.
appreciate the support. So yeah, let's bring our guest up.
All right.
Rated enough.
If we are good to go. All right. So this guy is someone that's helped us immensely along where the place where he works. And I don't think I would go anywhere else to buy my RV. So let's bring up Van. Hey Van, how you doing, man?
Hey there.
Hey Adrian. Hey Ruth. How you guys doing today? Happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Excellent.
So,
excellent. Happy
so
to be
Van
here,
has been there for us from the beginning for not just one, not just two, but 3 RVs in less than what? It's been 3 years now?
Well, now it's been almost 4. Almost 4.
Yeah.
Because
So
this last one we actually kept the longest, which is going on. It'll be 2 years.
Yeah. Oh
It'll
wow.
be 2
Yeah.
years in a couple of weeks. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Oh
it
yeah.
Sure does. It sure does.
So a little bit about Van. He works at Palm Beach RV, which is where we bought our RVs. And like I said, they've been awesome and great. So we figured it would be a good thing for him to come on, because look, everyone has experiences. Even when you buy a car, you get those sales guys, and I'm in sales, so I get a little but you got those used car salesmen, and they're trying to make the deal and then make the sale no matter what. Van's not like that. Van is kind of like I am, where we're trying to help the customer first, and then the sale will come. So, he's there. He's very knowledgeable. So tell us a little bit about you, Van, and what you do at Palm Beach RV.
I think you guys started off, you hit the nail right on the head off the get-go. Sales life is different than a lot of other jobs. And, Adrian can definitely agree with me. Unfortunately, sometimes if we don't do our job and we don't get it done completed all the way, we don't necessarily get a paycheck. So there's always an investment of time that you have to take with people. But know that, there's always an end goal, and it's not necessarily to make the sale, but to help that person achieve their goal, which is, in this case, to buy an RV.
Yep.
Definitely. And I'll tell you real quick. This spoke of volumes about Van. After our second RV, 4 months old, leaked. He just looked at us and said, if you want a company that I have seen with one of the best customer service, I would go with the Grand Design. And he was not lying. He wasn't lying.
Nope.
Grand Design, customer service, we've already had a couple of small issues and they addressed it. They addressed it right away. So when he said that to us, I knew that he wasn't just in it just to make the money, that he really wanted to get us,
and he was right all along. So we got a question here. Charlie Grace, are there any great RV deals going on at the end of the year?
Oh, definitely. There's some great deals to be had. The advantage is definitely in the customer or the consumer's hands right now, because especially if you're in the market, 23s are still on the lot. Heck, some dealers even have new 22s on the lot, and they really want to move some inventory. So now's really a great time. The power is kind of in the buyer's hands. So take advantage while you can, especially before the year's end.
Yep.
That's definitely what I'd recommend.
Definitely. Hang on just
so let's say hi to a couple. Hey, hi, Evelyn. How you doing? Thanks for coming on. Hey, look, my mom's here. Hey, Mom. How are you? Call my brother and let him know that we're doing this.
I know, right? Oh, hang on.
Yeah, so one of the things when I bought my first RV, I didn't know anything about anything. I mean, I knew about it. I watched a couple YouTube videos, whatever, but they took the time to like a proper place should do it, right? They go over everything with you, and check and kind of tell you how things work and show you, and even afterwards they were still helpful. It's like I feel like those guys down there, I know them like family. I used to bring them donuts.
Definitely.
So it's a good experience for us. I know not everybody gets that everywhere, but for the most part, that's how it is. So,
and always a lot of familiar faces when you come visit us, guys, right? You're not always dealing with brand new faces.
Thing, is the same people.
Know anything.
Yep.
And what was important for me was that even if we called and you would call us right away, not, to throw anybody under the bus, but the first person who sold us our very first RV was not you. We decided not to go back to that person because we got not the greatest customer service, but
No, but you know what? Like sometimes because for my job, our factory.
But we love the place, so we came back, and Rand started taking care of us from beginning to end. And even when we called, like with the problem with the leak, you always called us back, and you were there at the front, trying to help us and do what was best, not like the company who sold us the RV. I don't want to, say they wouldn't even return our calls.
So I would stop by because the factory for the company I work for was down the street, like literally I could walk there, and so I would just show up. Which a lot of times I didn't do that to bother them, but they happened to be there. But they were always great and supportive. Definitely. So, how long have you been a salesman for RVs?
Well, so my career kind of started with Palm Beach RV in RV sales. And ironically enough, guys, if you look at your watch, today's November 5th, right?
November 5th.
So actually yesterday, believe it or not, made 9 years I've been doing this at Palm Beach RV.
Wow.
I feel like I'm practically family there.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much, guys.
I'm glad that we could celebrate you on here. I'm glad that we can celebrate you on here. When when someone comes in and they say to you, like, we're trying to decide whether we think we want to go, not even full-time RV, we think we want to buy an RV, but we don't know if we are going to like it or we even want to, become RVers. What advice do you give them? What do you tell them?
Sure. So probably first off, as far as things I would tell that person is, you got to get a feel for it. So you came to a dealership, which is always a great start to actually go in them, because a lot of the time you just see pictures and maybe walk through videos and you think, wow, this is incredible. But, until you actually walk in it, you actually get a feel and, you can start to recognize what's going to be my best fit. Is this something that I think I'm going to enjoy quite a bit? And 9 times out of 10, that customer is going to realize, wow, this is a lot nicer and a lot of great features. I wasn't quite expecting this. This is something I could really get into for sure.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So you guys also have used RVs also, right?
Oh, absolutely. We sure do. And, to your point earlier, your question, if you're thinking about getting into it, used is always a great idea, because I'm sure Adrian and Ruth have covered this before in their previous discussions. But, 9 times out of 10, when the first time buyer comes in, they try to do quite a bit of research, ideally, try to make the best purchase decision for what their needs are. Unfortunately, as you are actually in the RV and using it over time, sometimes you realize, boy, that really didn't work out the way I thought it was going to, or I really wish I had this feature. So spending less upfront money, buying that big ticket item right off the get-go might not be the most financial sound advice, I would say.
No, listen, I agree 100%. I mean, our first RV was an Avenger, and that thing they didn't even have a slide out. But you know
No.
what? I think one of the first things I said was I want to try this before. I don't want to spend a bunch of money, and then it was a perfect starter for us to
Yep.
figure it out, and then we decided we
It had
loved it.
one owner, and it was really good shape.
Yeah.
And of course, we're so glad that we came to you guys to buy it, because we didn't even know. Like, truth be told, I'm gonna be totally transparent. I've never been camping. I still haven't been tent camping. I've never been
Yet.
glamping. I've never been in a camper. And I was like, me? Go camping? Oh my God. Where am I going to
You
go to
didn't know
the
what it
bathroom?
was.
So I was totally clueless. And I did not even, and I was like, you want to spend how much on a camper? So we were totally like,
Yep.
we didn't
So it's
even know
been
how
working
to,
out for us pretty good.
definitely.
So let's
Definitely.
go over some of these comments real quick, just so we can catch up here. Keisha says we would love to go full time, but we have a daughter, so we would stay put just for a while longer. Hey, listen, that's respectable. There are families that do it, and we know a lot of them. But it's me and Ruth. It's just me, her, and the dog. So, and then right now it's just me and the dog. So,
Yeah. Right. Right.
Charlie Grace has another question. What's the questions that new RV buyers should ask but typically don't? Hey, good question.
That is a good one. Can I field that one?
Yeah, no, that's for you. Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So Charlie, to answer your question, probably a really important one. And this goes back to full timing that a lot of people don't know about in this industry. And that is that if your intention is to, at some point, or transition to full-time RV life, it's important to know that the brand that you chose has the same mindset, because not everything is built the same. And if you read the fine print, some companies can actually walk away from their 1-year limited warranty if they find out you've been in the RV for more than 3 months. So that's a very important point that you should always investigate before you make a decision.
Good point. Yeah.
And one thing I will tell you about Palm Beach RV, and I love it, is they have that forever warranty. And
Yep.
I know that, I've heard people say, oh, that forever warranty, that's not any good. Let me tell you something. With the place we bought it, I believe that they would definitely stand by their product, because they've done it before for us.
Yep, for sure. All right. Oh, look at this. My dad's here. Hey, puppy. How you doing? Thanks for coming on. Dishes and destinations. Hey, guys. How are you? Hopefully, cooking up something good. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm kind of hungry. Amp to Glamp. What brands do you sell?
What brands do we sell? So currently what we sell is going to be the Forest River product lines, specifically the Salem FSX, Salem Hemisphere, as well as the Forest River Vibe. And then we also sell the full line of Grand Design products. So that's right from their entry level Transcend stick and tin right to their high luxury fifth wheel toy hauler, the Momentum. And that's currently it. We sometimes bring in brands if they have a really unique design or a really unique look that we think is going to sell well, but everything's usually performance driven about what we choose to carry in Grand
So you
Design's
don't you
always
don't
been
you don't sell drivables, right? Class A, C's, B's.
So at this time, we don't. The only drivables that we would sell would be pre-owned stuff, and we try to make sure that we're carrying nicer stuff that we want to stand behind. Otherwise, we'd wholesale it at that point. So
Right.
And that goes to my next question. So if someone, really doesn't have the budget to buy a newer one, you always have the option of getting a used RV, especially if you get it from somewhere reputable. I believe that you can get, something good. And, you know, you guys have a family owned, so I think you guys will stand by it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have our own, 300 plus multi-point inspection we conduct in every unit. And, even if it's used, a lot of people don't know this, but that lifetime forever warranty company will also put a 1-year warranty covering the same components if it's between a model year. I think we're at 2017 to 2021, I believe. So
Wow.
got to have
That's
some
awesome.
type of coverage. I always recommend that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
here's another question, and there's a lot of talk of this out in the world. RV inspectors. I think you guys are pretty receptive to them, and is that a good idea for people to get a third party?
Well, I'd never shy away from it. That's one thing where, not to say that I don't trust our own in-house team.
Oh, no, of course.
No. Yes.
Nothing to do with that. But for the peace of mind for the customer, that's always something that's going to be very important. Knowing that there's that third party that is unrelated to our business in every aspect, and they're there to look at the RV head to toe and verify that, hey, this is structurally sound. Everything works the way that they said it was going to. It never hurts to get a second opinion, folks.
Yep. Okay.
No, I totally agree with
Hey,
that.
Crystal. Thanks for being on. Yeah, make sure you share it. So I don't think we've talked for so many years and so many times, and I don't think I've ever asked you this. Do you go camping? Do you have an RV?
So I don't right now, Adrian. I love camping. I'm actually from Canada, so I've been in the US about 10 years now. So,
But you used to have one, right?
So I've never actually owned an RV. I've definitely owned some tents before, though.
Oh.
So it's kind of funny that I've done a lot of the tent camping before, and you've done all the RVing. But
yeah.
funny
Well,
how that
Ruth
works
is going to
out.
be tent camping pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm going to
One
be
of our
tent
viewers
camping pretty
challenges her
soon.
to do it. So
I think I'm going to do it here because it's too cold in Georgia right now to do tent camping.
Well, you're coming up to the perfect time in Florida, definitely, for that type.
yeah, it'll probably be over the holidays when we're in Tampa or something. But
So I know you guys have a show going on. You want to share that with our viewers? There's a
Yes.
show going on. So if you're in the South Florida, there's a show going on. I'll go ahead and let you tell them.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ruth. So we actually have a really big show coming up. It's going to be really our biggest show of the year that we're conducting, and that's going to be taking place at the South Florida Fairgrounds this Thursday, actually, until Sunday, and it goes from 10 to 5. The nice thing is that being such the grand scale of this type of show for us, we're bringing pretty much every inventory piece we have except for duplicates. And the best thing about this is that if I don't have something you're looking for, probably one of the other 5 or 6 dealers that will be at this show probably going to have something along the lines that'll meet your needs.
right.
Of course, we hope that it's going to be us that you choose, but
Definitely.
for the first timer, it's a great chance to get your feet wet and really walk in bunch of different things at the same time.
Yep. So listen, guys, if you guys have any questions, as some people have already done, put them in the comments.
Yes.
This is a good chance to get some some questions you might have. I know a lot of our viewers are already RV owners, so this is, if you're watching the replay and you have any questions,
Definitely.
I'll put Palm Beach RV's information in the description so that you guys can call over there and get in contact with Van, and he can
Or
help
if
you
you're
out.
looking to upgrade, if you're looking to maybe get something a little bit bigger, you can always check Van out. If you're near South Florida, or go on the website, or even reach out to him. I know we will be going back there to get our RV because I know we are going to get quality service, and I know that they stand behind all of their products.
So, have you ever run into where a customer tells you kind of what they're looking for, and then all of a sudden they do a 180 and they go into this whole other thing, and you know that that's probably doesn't fit for them? Do you help give them advice? Not against it, but you know what I'm saying, like just like from your experience and how it may not work for them or something.
Sure, of course. So, that's always going to be how I start off the process for anybody is, apart from introductions is, hey, what's your intentions? How do we plan to use it? Because in my line of work, I've seen so many things under the sun, whether it's, converting a trailer into a mobile office, kind of like what you have, mobile studio in the back of your Transcend, Adrian,
Yes.
roof. That's
Yep.
right there. I've seen some really creative things, and we've done some really creative work to some RVs to meet our customers' needs. But at the same time, sometimes you do run into that situation where, hey, what you chose doesn't really meet what you kind of said you're looking for. And you have to do your best to, of course, respect their wishes. But what I'd recommend at the same time is, you don't always want to dismiss, because sometimes people think of things in the back of their head that maybe they're not willing to share with you that, this might be the best fit after all. All you can do is really circle back to what they said and, hey, is this the best thing? And, steer them in the best direction you can, of course.
Yep.
Just because I'm nosy and I want to know what's the
What, you nosy?
Shut up. What's the shortest amount of time that somebody has had an RV before they came back and said, "Oh, we want to upgrade"? I think ours was like what?
A year.
Lenoir's was less than a year, Adrian. Our first one was less than a year.
Sorry, did you say Lenore? Is that what you named the first one?
No,
no. We never named that one.
We never did name our first RV. Maybe because we knew we weren't going to stay in it. This one's name is Explorer. He's not original. I was like, Explorer.
It's Explorer 1.
Explorer 1.
Explorer 1. Sounds like it should be a space shuttle.
Yeah, there you go. Well, this. So we went to the Grand Design Rally, and there was one other one like this, like same model, everything with the sides, the composite sides.
Limited edition. That's right.
So
one you guys have.
And every time someone walked by and like, is that a Transcend? Like we had so many questions for it.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool because, a lot of people didn't realize that it looks like an Imagine, but,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have some questions here.
Bring on the questions.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool one that you guys have.
Yeah, it is.
So would you agree? I have a list of things here that you should look for when you're buying a used RV. And you tell me if I've missed any. You should have a third-party inspector, especially for a used RV. Even not going to see you, like from buying it from someone else. Check the VIN. Check for moldy smell. Check the age of the tires. Check for bubbling wallpaper. Check a view of the roof. Check the smooth and sealed slide outs. And do a systems check.
Yes, I think you got a lot of the big ones there, Ruth.
Yep.
Definitely circling back to, I think that was bullet point 2 with regards to, moldy kind of water intrusion smell. That's going to be one of those things that, unfortunately, a lot of private sellers on whatever marketplace, Craigslist, whatever it is, they're going to advertise on there, water free, no issues, blah, blah, blah. And the second you open that door and you drove half an hour to go see it, you can already smell it. And you know that there's some type of water damage, and sometimes it's harder to find than you actually think. So back to what you said with some of your other bullet points, I would say with regards to the roof, if you think it's something you're really legitimately interested in, instead of just, looking at it, ask, hey, so-and-so, do you mind if I actually walk the roof, get a feel for it? Because I've been in that situation where you have a 2-year-old RV that looks beautiful, even a 1-year-old brand new one almost. And I had a water intrusion.
4 months old.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, water intrusion can happen. And, in the roof, you're not going to be able to really tell a lot of the time until you walk around and feel that soft spot. So take the time, bring a ladder if you have to, by all means. It's so important because that's a very, very expensive fix to do.
Yep.
Well, you know what? That's a good point too. I mean, they shouldn't. If you're investing any kind of money in buying something that there's nothing you can do, especially like you said, a third party person. If you buy it somewhere like where you guys are at or at a dealership, you can try and go back and work with them. But if you buy it from someone, once you walk away,
you get what you get.
They can say too bad. So they should not have an issue with that. Is a really good idea with you taking a ladder with you and walking around it, and and even getting an inspector, because you just
so we got a question. And this is a friend of ours out of Tampa. I'm looking to buy Class A. Have a TO in mind, extravagant vision or coachment. Which one do you recommend? So they don't sell Class A's there, but enough about some of them. So I don't know, maybe you can help out. There's Class A's and there's fifth wheels that are just as nice as Class A's.
Mm-hmm. They're sure.
So I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I mean, if you've definitely done your research and you decided that Class A is the way to go, it's going to suit your needs best. I think between the two brands, Integra and Coachman, they're both quite good. They do a very good job of their manufacturing. They've both been in business for quite some time now. They both have quite extensive warranties. I'd actually argue the fact that maybe it's better, because you're talking two similar products. Maybe it's better to find the better dealer between them that has a better reputation, because as Ruth and Adrian, I'm sure, have told a lot of people that relationship with your dealer that you buy from is so important. You just don't want to have that feeling of, wow, they were incredible at the point of sale, and as soon as I had an issue, it was they were nowhere to be found, and my coach was with them for 4 or 6 months at a time while I'm still making payments like that. It's so important.
And we've heard a lot of horror stories like that. We have heard a lot of horror stories like that. And for us, it would have been if Palm Beach RV wouldn't have stepped up and they gave us every bit of what we paid for it. And we tell people that, and they're like, "What?" We're like,
"Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a difference where you buy it, for sure.
Definitely.
Because some places will care, and some people, they don't care. They're a big corporation owned by, different groups and all that. So, hey, look who we have here. All about the banks.
Hey,
Dwayne, is this your birthday month? Happy birthday.
Yes.
Hope you're enjoying it.
Happy birthday. Welcome to the fun.
Yes, welcome to the fun.
So for whoever joined us late, this is Van. Van was our sales guy at Palm Beach RV, where we bought all 3 of our RVs. And he's great. Again, I'll mention it again for whoever hasn't, seen this yet. He is the type of salesman that's not going to pressure you into buying something. He's very helpful, very knowledgeable. He just mentioned he celebrated 9 years being there, and he knows his stuff. So, when we upgrade to a fifth wheel, not yet, Ruth, and when we do, we're gonna go back there because we're going to trust them. So, yep.
Yes.
So when I was researching what is the best time to buy RV, tell me if this is correct. The best time to buy RVs is between November and February.
Well, I think there's going to be some truth to that. Definitely, Ruth. I wouldn't really argue that there's one time of the year maybe
Right,
necessarily better for everybody. It's going to be kind of what your market is per se and what kind of promotions, or shows are taking place where you happen to live in this area of the country.
In what part of the country? Because I'm sure in
That's
Canada they're
true.
not
That's
selling
true.
too many, right?
But like you said
Yes.
before, right now is a good time because, like you said,
Mhm.
say it again for those that are joining us again.
Yeah. So, so right now, the nice thing is that if you're in the market, you have the intention to, make some type of purchase. You're now ready. The power is now a bit more in your hands compared to during COVID, where inventory levels were very low. You didn't have much for selection. And if you want to get into the game to go on a safe vacation with your family, because that was largely what it was during COVID, you'd have to pay a premium price to buy a model that you didn't necessarily even want, but you just wanted something before customer B ended up buying it instead.
Yes.
So now you have the 2023s, the 2024s are already on the lot. They've been on the lot for a couple months now. So dealers are very incentivized right now to get rid of any 2023 model year units. So take advantage while you can.
Yep. So
Absolutely.
the Gonzo book, my brother-in-law, Sam, he lives in Palm Beach. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. We
Nice.
actually live down that way. And
We
I
did.
miss it. I miss the beaches, but like that's one of the things that Ruth used to say when we moved. It's like, oh, we can't go to the beach. We used to go to the beach to eat, but we didn't go to the beach. So like it's different. But we go to Florida enough. I mean, look, she's down there right now. That's for all of you guys that are joining us now or later. That's her childhood home and room. And where's your Navy picture? You got to show your Navy picture. Come on.
I got a question.
Yep.
Is that the original paint color on the walls?
No.
No, the second original.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about, Ruth. You got to get the other one.
No, the other one's out there.
No, look, right there on the wall. How do I know your mom's house better than you?
Which one? Oh my gosh.
See?
Hold on.
So this is funny because we were both in the Navy, but look at this one.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Oh my gosh. My mom has just about every probably picture that I've taken. Probably. Okay, so I did a little bit of research. So here's some questions that you should ask your RV salesperson when buying an RV. You tell me if you would elaborate or if you agree. What comes standard with the RV?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. A lot of great standard features come on most RVs these days. I'd almost flip it a little bit and say, hey, what are my options on this particular model or floor plan? Because that list might be a little shorter than what's standard.
That's true. How much does this one's funny? How much does the RV really cost?
Well, that's unfortunately something that I'm not even really privy to in my line.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What does the warranty and maintenance package include?
Okay, warranty and maintenance package. So like maintenance package, I suppose some dealerships do offer that. Where I work, we offer the annual inspection to maintain your lifetime warranty, which is $250 a year to do. Other than that, warranty, it's really going to come down to, the manufacturer a lot of the time, what they're offering, as well as, maybe other perks that the dealership's offering. Instead of maybe doing free camping for a year, maybe you get an additional warranty on the house. So.
And I'd rather have that. Have that. I definitely. Do you offer any dealer perks?
Dealer perks? Yep, absolutely. So figure what we do as far as perks for a lot of our customers, first responders, military. Thank you for your service. You guys are both Navy, so thank you both. Usually what we do in that instance is we're going to gift you with some type of a parts kit to get you going, because that's usually not included with your purchase. So at least you have your feet kind of on the ground when you're leaving the dealership with the RV. You actually have the things you need to actually use it.
Nice.
That's probably one of the perks we love to offer. And of course, you have the lifetime warranty. That's probably our biggest perk. And every customer gets that. That's the nice thing about it.
And of course, you have tons of financing options.
So we have
Absolutely.
another question here. What are your thoughts on the recent dealership acquisition and how do you think it will affect the market? Hey, that's a good question.
That's actually a really good question. And that's actually something that me and my colleagues discuss quite a bit, as well as a lot of the reps in the industry. You know, I'm talking product reps for the manufacturer. So there's been a lot of acquisitions in the RV industry within especially the past 5 years. And we're talking major corporations, conglomerates, buying out a lot of mom and pop dealers. So what do I think is going to be affected by that? Unfortunately for the consumer, it's going to restrict now your choice, I think, as far as, hey, who can we buy from? Well, it's either going to be big box store A, B, or C, or maybe it's, you know, little dealer group D who's struggling to stay afloat because there's so much market that these huge conglomerates have captured.
Yes.
On the plus side, maybe I would argue that because there's more competition in the marketplace, and maybe you could see more dealerships being a little bit more competitive with pricing. But at the end of the day, we all know this. We've talked about this a couple times. You know, price should not and is not everything as far as how your sale mindset should be.
No, and
Absolutely
listen,
not. Absolutely not. If I am so glad that we went to a mom and pop, a family owned dealership, because it made the world of difference. I cannot imagine having that nightmare with our second RV in, not throwing Camping World under the bus, but with, let's say, them. I can't imagine
a bigger company,
a bigger dealership.
No, for sure.
We would have been lost. We would have been we would have been just another person having another problem, and it made a world of difference.
The way I look at it is like the airlines. When there were multiple airlines, it was a lot of competition, so you can get a better flight. Now every airline is all owned by each other, and you're going to pay whatever they say. And it's similar in a way, but you're right. The quality of it's a big factor in buying. All right, we have another question, I think, here. If you have an RV with negative equity and you wish to upgrade, what is the best way to go about purchasing a new one?
Sure. So figure if anybody who's bought an RV before, maybe it's your second or third one, just the nature of how these types of loans work. We're talking about a recreation product that you're purchasing with an interest rate that's typically higher than any of that of a car loan, because you can get an extended term. I'm talking 10, 15, 20 years. You have to realize that if you're only making your minimal monthly payment and you put only down 10%, it's going to be very hard to stay in line with depreciation, which means that you can and most likely will eventually incur some type of a negative equity situation when you go to trade in and you want to upgrade. What can you do to curb that or assist at least in the next RV purchase? Well, you can always make extra payments, try to get ahead of the negative equity as much as you can. B is, finding the right lender that's willing to work with you too, because some banks might be more willing and inclined to absorb a bit more of that negative equity versus some other ones. And of course, your credit score is always going to apply into that. The higher the score, the more they're going to be willing to work with you. Right. But that's a great question. It's hard to answer that one any further than that, but
yeah,
there. Yeah, and listen, even like on our end, right? We own ours outright, but the way the market is right now, when ours is not worth anything compared to, according to some people. Like, we were at Tampa RV show last year, and just for the hell of it, I'm like, you know what? Let me just see. The guy offered me 18 grand for this thing, and it was only a year old at that time. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, so it's, but then the market changed, right? So now it is a buyer's market, but in my situation, I couldn't go in and get a good amount of money for mine because of the way the market is. So it's kind of like you got to kind
That's
of
why we're
wait,
gonna save the money and buy one.
right? But it's not even that. It's just the market changes so much from. I mean, a year ago, no one ever thought that, right? Probably, but and now it's different. So yeah, I agree with that. It changes so much that crazy.
It's always
Bobby and Leslie, oh, you're
Oh,
fine. Glad you guys are here.
sorry.
Thanks for making
That's
it. You
okay.
can catch up on the replay.
But I will say that if you're in the market of if you're going full time, just do your research. Do your
Yeah.
research, like what you're going to need,
And
because
the best thing, and and Van brought this up. Check to make sure the whatever you're buying, the warranty is not going to be voided by you living in it full time. Um,
huge
absolutely.
thing.
because that's a big deal, and that's something we found out after the fact on our previous purchase, and luckily we bought this and we're good. But yeah, it's definitely something. Hey, Sarisa Snapshot, how you guys doing? Thanks for coming on. We appreciate
It's
you guys being here.
it's just like he said, you always have to read the fine line, because while you're there and you're like, oh my God, I love, and I'm guilty of it. I love this RV. Look at how beautiful
She
it
loves
is.
them
Look
all.
at the cabin. I do love them
Mhm.
all. Like, you can get into the moment and not, and do an impulse buy and then later leave and then realize that you didn't even need this much of an RV to start out with. So it's definitely important, and this is why we wanted to do this to,
You guys, make sure you hit that like button because that really helps us. We're trying to. One of our goals is to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of December, or by the end of our Vlogmas series. By the Christmas, that's
we're
the
gonna
Christmas
do
gift
it.
we want is to
We're
hit
gonna do it. We're gonna do
2,000
it.
subscribers. So if you guys can hit that like button, we would really appreciate it. And that way we
Definitely.
can
And if you can share it out, that's even better too. Anybody have
Absolutely.
any questions for Van?
put them in the comments.
Yes, and if you're in South Florida and you guys are in the market for a new RV, or even want to see what's out there, come stop in and see him.
Come on down to the show too if you got time this week.
Come on down
Absolutely.
to the show. Yes.
So this is off topic a little, but I'm going to do a little self-promotion here. So as you guys know, I love doing video, everything. I was actually on a set this weekend at a film shoot, and I provided the behind the scenes. So I was in charge of filming all the behind the scenes stuff that they would use for other things. So that being said, that video will not come out until January because I got to wait. But I started, not that I started, but I had this other YouTube channel for years, for about 12 years. So I'm putting all the content of video stuff on that channel. And I know a lot of you guys ask me questions on like, hey, how do I go live, or how do I do this, or how do I do that? This is where I'm going to keep going with that series of videos that will be helpful to you guys. So if you guys want some more information on it, I'm gonna do a community post with the link to it. And it's just gonna be on there. It's just called Adrian Behind the Camera, and it's gonna be going to movie studios, talking to producers, people in the film and video industry, gear review, and then we're gonna have lives with some of those people as well. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, because you guys are a content creator and you want to learn some things, it's gonna be there for you. At the same time, we're still gonna keep going with
What's
our
the
Army
name
life.
of it? I don't even think I'm subscribed to you.
You better be.
Adrian
Uh-oh.
Rivera.
If not, don't come home.
Behind
Park it in a different spot, right?
the
Adrian
behind
Rivera Behind the Camera. That's what it's called.
the camera. Okay.
And you
I'm
can
gonna
see
put it
some
in
of my
mine.
work. Oh, thank you. So just as you guys know, that's my passion. That's what I like to do. I'm getting more and more into that world and trying to get some jobs. I got a few things that I've done. So it kind of comes full circle. So it's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna post once
I
a week like I
wasn't.
do on
I
this
wasn't
channel,
subscribed, but I
but
am.
I'm gonna you know, there's gonna be things coming up. So it's not gonna be like a commitment like I'm doing with this channel where we do these lives every week and we try to do a video every week. But it's gonna be things coming here and there. So stay
Okay,
tuned
guys,
for
I
that.
just put the link. If anybody wants to subscribe,
Oh, thank you, baby.
I just put the
You
link.
can come home now.
And I just subscribed too. I wasn't subscribed. And if you want to subscribe to my Root for Beauty channel, where I share everything beauty, you can subscribe to that too. Okay,
So
so
Van, tell us again, this show, it goes from Thursday to Sunday. Is that what it is?
That's correct. Yeah. So the show at the fairgrounds, so South Florida Fairgrounds, which is in West Palm Beach off of Southern Boulevard. The show takes place from this Thursday, November 9th, through to Sunday, November 12th. And that's going to be from 10 a.m. through to 5 p.m. each day. I will mention it is a paid show because us dealers, there's about 5 or 6 of us there that paid, you know, we have to invest some money to do these shows and rent out the fairgrounds. I can't remember what admission is off the top of my head. I think it's like $10 a head or something.
$10. I saw it. Yeah, $10.
Yeah, I think that's usually what they charge.
$10 and kids are free.
Yeah. And if you message me in advance, I'm on social media. I'd be happy to hook you up with a free pass. I have that ability. But figure it's a great way to go there. You can check out a lot of things all in one spot. And unlike going to a dealership, because not everybody likes doing that, you know, you got to walk into a dealership, you get questioned by somebody, they're going to probably pressure you into a sale. The nice thing about the shows is that you're free to do things on your own.
Yes.
So if you're not in the market yet, it's a great spot to get a feel for everything.
Definitely.
Listen, that's how we bought our first one.
Yes.
It wasn't this show, but it was a little mini show they had.
Right.
And the crazy thing is that we bought it like literally a month before the whole COVID thing happened. So
yeah.
you know, we enjoy using ours, and here we are.
We love it so much that we went back and got something else.
Oh, thank you guys. Subscribe to. We appreciate it. Bobby and Leslie, thank you guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Yeah, listen, I'm like I said, I'm gonna try to do that, and then, you know, I'm gonna help some people out, and then I got some other things coming up, so we'll just leave it at that. But don't forget, if you guys, we said this at the beginning, but I want to just anyone that joined us or anyone watching the replay, our 25 days of Vlogmas are coming up starting December 1st all the way to the 25th. This year is going to be more fun, more crazy. I'm going to take Ruth to see Santa at the mall one day, so that's going to be interesting. We are going to go to
Adrian's going to sit on Santa's lap.
No, that's you, babe. Hopefully we don't get a bad Santa.
Bad Santa, that's a good one.
We're gonna go to, like, I think Margaritaville, Lake Lanier does this whole snow village thing. We're gonna try to do some lives from there. We're gonna make it interesting. You know, like sometimes people do these crazy houses with the music and stuff. We're gonna try to do a live from one of those. We're gonna do a pajanda, which you guys don't remember is the live.
They don't know what a pajanda is.
We have a lot of stuff coming up, so it's going to be a packed, full, crazy 8 o'clock every night from December 1st to the 25th. And yes, we are bringing back rapping with Adrian, so that means you guys get to rap gifts with us. So, but just wanted to give you a, you know, kind of heads up on what's going on with that. Thank you for great living. I appreciate that. Annie and Spence, subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So Van, if you had to give, let's say somebody was watching that doesn't even have an RV and just wants to buy it and get into RV, and if you had any advice to say to them, where should they start?
Where do you start? That's always a great question. You know, it's such a big purchase for a lot of people. The question is, oh my God, it can be so overwhelming. There's so many brands out there. How do I even get started about this? A lot of it's going to be brainstorming off the get-go. And I always say this, before you go into a dealership and step foot, because you might run into those situations you want to try to avoid, or maybe you're just not prepared for them well enough in advance. What I'd really say is take the chance to actually do your homework. Think about how you plan to use the RV. If you're going to be a full-timer that's set up on a lot that's really not moving around very much at all, I'd probably suggest that a drivable is maybe not the best option at that point, because you have a lot more moving components that are otherwise not moving because you're stationary and you're spending a lot more money up front while getting less living space. Things like that, there's going to be a different fit, everything's going to be the right thing depending on what your situation is. So figure that out first. Take the time to do your research. The biggest mistake that you can make as a buyer, whether it's going to be an RV purchase or an auto purchase or any major purchase, is that you make a rushed decision.
Yes, for sure.
And then a lot of the time you make the decision of buying something, you have buyer's remorse, and then you're stuck in a situation, oh my God, what do I do with this? How do I get out of it? Just try to avoid it altogether if you can.
Yep.
I absolutely.
Hey guys, real quick. If you guys, Amp to Glamp, they're leaving because they're going and getting ready for their lives. So make sure you guys join them right after ours. Just go there and support them. These guys are good friends, and they have some good stuff coming up. So
I absolutely agree with that 100%. Would you recommend that someone, even before purchasing an RV, would you recommend they go maybe rent one for a night or something, just to get the feel of an RV?
Absolutely. So that's never a bad idea, Ruth. I would say that's a great idea. If you have the opportunity, you could go through rvshare.com or like outdoorsy.com. I don't know if you guys have any sponsors of any other websites you're affiliated with, but figure those are two really good ones. Get the feel for it. And at the same time too, I've had the odd customer that did that and got rubbed the wrong way because they chose a private rental and it was an older RV and didn't go over as well. So just kind of go in with an open mind and you're there for the experience and try to figure out if it's something that's going to work.
Right.
Hey, speaking of which, RV rentals, we're trying to rent Uncle Eddie's RV from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Adrian, you're not supposed to say that's one of the things for.
Oh, but that's okay. It gives. So look out for that, because that might be cool.
Sneak peek for the viewers.
Yeah.
All right, we got
later.
Another question. With Brinkley so new on the market, do you think it's wise to hold off buying one until they have been around for a little while more?
That's actually a great question. Camping with the Confers, figure that is going to be that's something that's hard to answer. Brinkley being a new manufacturer to the RV business, do they have a lot of talent within their business? Absolutely. Have they been producing RVs for a long time? Cumulatively, that's a hard word to say, between all the people that work there, of course, they have a lot of talent, they have a lot of experience, but as far as stuff actually rolling off the lines goes, it's still relatively new. New companies always go through what's called growing pains. And that's going to be, hey, we thought this would be a great conceptualized idea on paper, and then we're realizing these problems down the line. And it always used to be the same way in the automotive industry. You don't want to buy that newest model year because you want the kinks to get worked out within a year.
Like the new Z.
Like the new Z. Yeah.
You can't get them anyway. But
we both love cars, Adrian and I. And, I know he's got a 350Z. He loves his car. And
not anymore.
What? You
sold it. Yeah. Man. I know. If I had it up here, I would have never sold it because it would have been too much fun in the mountains. But
you didn't use it, Adrian. So
I know it sat down there for so much, and so I sold it.
Tail of the Dragon would have been calling your name for sure.
Listen, I don't even want to talk about that because that's the main thing I wanted to go to. It's like 40 minutes from here. It's not even that far.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I should if it's not that far away, maybe I should pay a visit.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Definitely.
But
Let's
that's
see.
kind of the best way to answer that question, I would say. It's hard to say yes or no. Just
Yep.
be
Yeah.
cautious.
Yeah. Yes.
Enrique, and hey,
Definitely.
we'll see
Definitely.
you guys. We'll see you soon. I'll be out. Well, she's already down there. I'll be in Tampa for Thanksgiving
Yeah.
since I couldn't make it because we were supposed to go to West Palm. I was supposed to actually catch up with Van, but
Yeah.
it just didn't work out because I got to work and stuff like that. But we'll definitely be in touch. Well,
So like I said before, if anybody wants this, I have all the research I did for, a person looking to buy a new RV. I'm going to type it all out. I'm going to put it on a you know on a little note thing here, and anybody who wants the information can email me, and I will do you have my email, Adrian? And I will email you all the how-tos, and
let's see.
we can also share Van's information with you if you're in South Florida, even if you're not in South Florida. If you're looking for something, give him a call. Maybe if he doesn't have it, maybe he knows someone who does, and he can help you out.
Yep, the phone number is right here. Just Google Palm Beach RV and it'll come right up, and he'll be able to help you out.
But we can tell you from experience that we've gotten 2 RVs through Van, and to the dealer where he works, and they are amazing. They stand by their products, and you know they're
Yep.
we'll go back there. We'll go back there for all
Oh
our
yeah, for
RVs.
sure. Camping with endless weekends. Hey guys.
Hello there. Thank you for being here.
So, well, guys, we appreciate you being on. Van,
Yes.
thank you for coming on. We're gonna put you down below. Hold on there for hold on.
Wait.
Another question. If you want to change motorhomes in a couple of years, is it better to buy a new one now so it doesn't lose a lot of value? Or is it use one from 2019-21 okay to buy? So pretty much, which one's better?
Let's see if I want to come here. It's tricky if you're going to change in a couple of years. I'd probably I'd say influence you towards buying something that would be used at that point, because you're going to incur less initial depreciation as far as when it goes time to trade in, which means you're not going to have negative equity. You don't have to jump through those extra hoops and stuff like that. That's definitely going to be something that, hey, I know for sure within a year or two, this isn't the be all end all. Look at the used. I'm not saying write off new altogether, but used is probably going to be the more economical way to go about it, if I were to probably put a word to it.
Yep.
It's always going to be hindsight's always 20/20, right?
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
One thing we always have to remind ourselves of, and try to make the best decision off the get-go as we can.
You have to get what works best for your budget, but the best bang for your buck.
Yes,
yep.
Absolutely, guys. And if there's one thing I can, if you don't mind me just mentioning this real quick, because this is an important topic that I thought would have gotten brought up in the comments section, but maybe it hasn't quite yet, which is interest rates in the RV business right now.
Good. I was going to ask that. I forgot.
Yeah. And that's something important that we should all discuss right now. So figure whether you borrow any type of money right now, whether it's in, homeowners line up equity, personal loan, anything like that. The base interest rate for any type of loan is unfortunately a little bit higher right now. It's just the way it is. We're trying to curb inflation as best as we can. And this is kind of the best way that they've decided to do that. So you as a buyer, oh my God, does this mean I can't buy my dream RV for 2 years until these rates get better? Is that the truth? I would say no. You can always refinance an RV. That's not be all end all. Oh my God, the rate. And unfortunately, I have to quote, for exceptional credit. I hate to put numbers into words on, video right now, but if you have a solid 800 credit score with a good down payment, realistically, you're going to be anywhere from the high 7s to the mid 8s right now as far as an interest rate. And it's just kind of the way it is.
Wow.
So with that being said, know that there is going to be a future. The future will, I'm assuming, going to be looking quite a bit brighter as far as interest rates go. But just know that you're not locked in. This is not a fixed term loan where you're married to it for life type thing. It is fixed term in the essence that it's not a variable rate, but you can always refinance.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good point, man. I
Yes.
totally forgot about that, so I'm glad you brought it up. Thank you for that.
Yes, me too. Thank you.
It's
That
the
is
world we
very
live in right now, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Why do you think we haven't bought a house yet?
Yeah, right.
That's what we're
I'm in that
deciding.
boat too. I'm still renting. I'm here in my little 900 square foot apartment talking to you guys. So
We
Yep.
haven't bought a house because I don't want to. I
Well,
want
that too. But we want to buy land, and we've been through that before. But well, listen, I'm going to put you down in the basement. Hold on there.
Definitely.
We'll talk after,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
we're going to wrap this thing up.
No.
All right, guys. Well, we
Thank
really
you, guys.
appreciate you guys for coming on.
Thank you
We
for
got
being here, and don't forget
next week. Who's what do we have coming up next week, babe? Because she's
next
the scheduler. I'm making her
Okay,
schedule
hold
stuff.
on. Trello. Let me look on our Trello to see because I can't remember. I can't remember everything. Okay, next week. Oh, next time we have Eat, Sleep, Repeat RV. We have 2 female solo RVers. So if you are a female who wants to know if you can do this full-time RV solo, you got to watch our next live because they do it all alone and they work remote. And then after that, we're going to have someone who does remote jobs, who finds people remote jobs so that
Yep.
they can have the freedom to live full-time RV. So
make sure
hasta
you
la próxima.
Ruth is going to be posting and community tab, the whole thing. So make sure you follow along on that just to stay up to date with it. And we appreciate you being here.
Yes.
As always.
Yes, we are.
In a couple weeks, you'll see Ruth's mug next to mine, face to face. And yeah, so
you guys like it. I put Ruth the Great on there. Anyway, guys, if there's anything that you want to know, if anybody is on,
good night, guys.
Has any questions, email me the questions.
And if you're watching the replay, I'm gonna put Ruth's email will be in the description below, and along with Palm Beach RV's information. So you guys can always reach out and
guys,
go from there.
If there's something you want to know about living full-time RV, about a topic that you want us to cover, please let us know by all means, and we will bring it to you guys. Hasta la próxima.
All right, guys. Until the next one.